Say hello,
Hello,
Alpha.
welcome to the Centaur and Gojo podcast. I'm gonna leave now so I don't get spoiled. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Alright, see ya.
Sam, join our Discord.
Talking about spoilers, this video is gonna have spoilers for Attack on Titan seasons 1 through 4. All right. Well, let's actually get into what this video is. So we're just going to talk about this episode. We're probably going to do this every week.
Yeah,
that there
we're
is
just
an episode.
going to break
Even
it
if there
down and talk about our initial reaction, theories and stuff. And
Go through the episode. There'll be screenshots and stuff in the video, so you can at least be semi involved.
yeah,
Right.
you can
Initial
understand
reaction.
context.
Initial reactions. It was a good episode. It's slow. It was slower, but it was a good episode. I thought it was a lot of information.
It was it was a slower paced episode. It was more of an exposition information dump. But to be fair, the way Attack on Titan does it is a lot more better than other shows. It's actually interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than just being like a filler episode.
Yeah, in other shows, like exposition dumps, it's just boring. It's just like at least in this, it's like mysteries we've already had in the back of our mind being explained. That's why it's good.
Not explained. That girl, the blonde-haired girl.
What was her name?
What was it?
Yelena.
It started with a Y. Yelena. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her and I don't want to say his name because it's just so
Onyaponko.
difficult to pronounce. Onyankopon.
Onyankopon. Yeah, it's not that difficult. That's
What a
how you
boy.
pronounce it.
Onyankopon. Okay, my boy. First of all, yeah, Sasha didn't have to violate him like that, but we carry on. We move.
Yeah.
She did not need to violate my boy like that. Those kinds of questions should not be asked, if in my opinion, but we'll allow it. We'll
Yeah.
allow it for the sake that
Yeah.
she's gone now. She's
Oh.
but yeah. So they were doing a bit of backstory on it. I guess that's why now it makes sense now
Yeah.
why the episode was called like Volunteers.
Yeah.
Because Zeke has probably had this plan.
Yeah,
to
Zeke's been planning for
overthrow-
ages.
Yeah. Which makes
overthrow
sense
the
actually.
Malayan government for a
It
while.
also like actually, you know what, I'll talk about this later in the episode. Let's talk about the start.
Let's start
What
from
was the
Yeah,
start? It was.
Aaron-
No, I was
Aaron-
gonna mention the battleships, but that's later on.
It flashed back. and
Yeah,
stuff,
slightly
didn't it?
later. Well,
Yeah.
not really. It started with Armin talking about it, right?
Yeah, and then it flashed back
Yeah.
to like the 3 years. Was it
Yeah.
3 years ago?
So
Yes.
that weird,
Yeah, basically.
that weird little thing. What was it? A shell, a seashell? Why was he holding it in his hand?
Because it's that thing.
I think
that comes from the beginning.
I think it's like symbolism. One, it was in the trailer, and also
that seashell for some reason has like some weird.
yeah, like for example,
like
it was the seashell that he picked up in season 3, part 2. He like picked it up when he went to the sea for the first time, and I think it's just sentimental value for him.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was just like calming him down after he just like kind of
Yeah.
nuked.
That's what I'm
kids.
saying. It's his sentimental
he
value.
killed a lot of people.
After he nuked
Obviously, if you're
children.
watching this, you're probably up to date. He's killed a lot of
Yeah.
people now. There's a lot of people have died.
I think he was using
Yeah.
it as like a stress ball. I'm not gonna lie. Just
Yeah,
for-
that's what I'm
probably.
saying.
Like, just calming his nerves, trying to at least.
Because obviously
He was-
that's like the sea is his happy place. That's like his main goal in life, and
He
the
wanted to see the
shell
sea.
sort of like symbolizes his love for the sea, in a sense. So I agree with Sam. He
It's
probably
so-
like was holding it because it's just like just flush down those killings. Just
Just the first-
We'll pretend it never happened.
Because the first bit of the episode's all him like regretting it, basically.
yeah.
Him talking about how he wished he could talk out.
down.
he wished
Yeah,
he
It's
could
like-
talk.
weird.
But,
Talking to a
so-
comatose woman.
So from what we've gathered, Almin seems like more of an optimistic type, whereas Erin's sort of like a realist in a sense, such or a pessimist, depending on what regard you would see it as. Because when
I
he
guess
was
you could say
talking,
realist.
because when he was talking to Armin, he was like, Armin was giving like points up, and Erin was just basically just debunking them all, because he was basically like, "There's no point, Armin."
Well, Armin sort of realized because he said they need time, right? So
Yeah,
when
exactly.
I think this is later in the episode. So, but Eren said they need time, and they're in their minds doing what they called the rumbling, which is basically them just unleashing all of the titans from inside the
Yeah.
walls. Doing that is essentially them gaining time, and then they'll try
Yeah.
to make friends with everyone later on.
So their plan is to not actually like, well, going on to fear, I think that rumbling will happen, but
Yeah.
I think that what the Paradise Islands plan is to use the rumbling as like a trump card. Just we have this. Do not fuck with us, basically.
I'm not sure Eren has the same idea. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. to you guys.
I don't think so.
I
either.
genuinely think Eren's just trying to end the world. I think my
Yeah.
boy's just he's trying to
Like,
cut it off
you
straight.
have Armin and all the others. Like, we can have peace. We can like use the rumbling as like kind
Yeah.
of trump card to like
Yeah.
bargain
I feel
with
like
others.
you know what? I feel like Armin and Falco will see eye to eye.
Yeah, I feel like I get along.
Maybe. I mean, they said we'll get onto these different parts. We'll get onto
Yeah.
later on. At the start, first of all, with the warships, because it goes 3 years and then it shows
Yeah.
the warship pulling in, right? At least we know now what happened to them.
Yeah.
Where it was Yelena and them, man, were basically just luring people in and kidnapping them.
Yeah. So the original Marley, right after the Frightener failed, they sent like warships after to go fight Paradise, but they started disappearing, and now we know why, because Yelena was purposefully being basically snaked them, and
Snake her own people basically is what she did.
Yeah.
The scene where she shot the commander was proper Snake.
Yeah.
Where they held what's his name?
But lammed him straight through his head.
Yeah. But to be fair, we see like, for example, what was this? I forgot his name. The chef guy. It's something Loco, isn't it? Like.
Yeah.
Niccolo.
Yeah, Niccolo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see Niccolo. He was like a proper like Marley devotee. He was like, I want to kill these Paradise people. They're like filthy Eldians. And by the end,
he was the one who got kidnapped. Actually.
Oh, he
He'd
was
rather
sad,
die
you know.
than let them thingy. But then obviously he, let's call a spade here. He obviously saw Sasha as probably slightly more than a friend. Even if she didn't. And he was obviously very devastated at her.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate passing. Fuck you, Gabby, you bitch.
We see Gabby and Falco like once this episode, don't we?
Yeah.
Just sat in the
we see them in cells. She has a hate boner for Eren.
Bro. She's exactly like Eren, how Eren was to the Titans when Eren was a kid. So very parallel.
Yeah, it's a major parallel to the first season. That's why I really love this. One of the main things I love about this season, all the parallels. You can.
They're basically trying to show. I think again we talked about this in private, but they're basically trying to show that why is it when it was happening to Eren it was bad, but now Eren's doing it. Can you say it's good or it's justified?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
which is it's a difficult thing to say.
It basically gives you the perspective of the enemy, and then you're there like, well, you basically question your morals and say who is really right or wrong. And in my eyes, it's actually no one's right or wrong. It's just grey, and it's just like
you can't definitively say, oh, this person's right or this person's right, because what Eren is doing is just it's not a good thing, is it? He's killing innocents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Although I do still support my boy, but like at the same time, I can like.
Yeah, we support him,
yeah.
but he's a mass murderer.
Yeah. They showed they were showing a lot of the past, a lot of. Not a lot of it, but they showed the past.
Showed a bit of
it. Although to be fair, having said that, it's not even though like for example, season 1, right? My view on it was fuck Ryan and but now I don't even feel that. Even though I'm still supporting Eren, I still like see the other side. I'm still there like, these people deserve better.
One thing, Eren was on his flipping predecessor shit. The way he picked up the ship, you remember back in
yeah. That's what I was
season
about
3
to say.
The exact same thing.
It was the same thing as Eren Kruger, the attack time before Grisha.
he's obviously learning. He saw what he did. He knew. I guess that makes sense though. So he knew he could lift up a boat with the strength that he has as a Titan.
Yeah, because
of
he
the fact
inherited
that
those
Griffith did it.
memories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's probably pretty an OP thing about being a Titan shifter. Is basically you can see into the past.
yeah.
You
And
can
then
basically see what happened.
also, I feel like the way I know this is again back into later in the episode, but the way Armin like brushed off how it's like,
I feel like
there's
he knows
nothing,
something.
there's nothing
He
that
knows
important.
something.
He probably
When Eren asked him
yeah.
about has he inherited the memories yet of
Cap.
Yeah, the way you
Stop the cap.
the way he was like, oh, it's nothing too special. Like, fuck off. Of course
He
it.
definitely
Yeah.
has inherited something
Yeah,
major that's gonna probably play a part later
yeah,
on. Like some sort of mad knowledge that this guy is fucking.
yeah,
Just the fact
So-
that like Eren asked it just shows just the line of dialogue in there, just and the way he
Yeah.
said it,
Yeah.
just, it's something.
I think Eren clocked it as well, but he didn't want to call him out because obviously
Yeah.
they're still mates at the end of the day.
yeah.
I think, but the problem is I don't think Armin is doing it like as a snake. I think the reason he's saying it is because, like, think back to last episode. He said, "Oh, so this is what you saw," as in, so
Yeah,
he's obviously
yeah.
probably not very happy about the fact that he is
Yeah.
basically a
Well, we know that
destruction on a nuke. This
Armin
guy's
is a
a
lot
bomb.
more. Armin is a lot more empathetic than Eren, so he
Mm.
probably like. So obviously, Eren was traumatized when he saw his dad's memories and stuff, but it was still his like own family. Whereas with Armin, he's seen
Just
in
seems
the
like a
eyes.
random you.
No, he's
next
seeing
guy.
yeah. Armin's seeing through the eyes of his enemy, of the person. Like, so it's probably like a bit. Even though it's similar to Eren, it's probably like a bit different.
To be fair, it's probably humanizing because before, right? It's Titans aren't people, blah blah blah, and then it kind of well, actually wait, they are. And now
Yeah.
the fact that he can see the memories, he can see, Bertolt's family and the people that they were are, if they're still alive and stuff like that. He's obviously it humanizes him more to them because now he's seeing that that's what they're like.
Yeah.
You can't say again. It goes back to what we were saying. You can't say anybody's right in fighting or
Yeah.
anybody's wrong in fighting. It's just
just
difficult
war.
to
It's
point
literally
to-
just war. It's just the whole point. Like
Mm.
in the war, you can never really say who is objectively right, and that's the same in this situation. And they've like correct. I like how Attack on Titan has correctly established that point because in a lot of media, there's like a clear protagonist, even if they're not necessarily good. Most shows don't try to show both sides.
But going back to the episode, I just like what's it called? Levi and Zeke, just
Oh
when
yeah,
they have their conversation.
yeah,
Those two mates who don't really like each other,
yeah.
but they still fuck with each other for no reason.
When then the carriage just going through and they're just
But to be fair, you could understand. Levi's like, you killed everyone I care about. I hate you. But at the same
Levi
time,
wants to fucking smoke this guy so bad, but he
Yeah.
can't. He needs him.
yeah,
He needs him alive. But yeah, okay. We should probably chronological. We started with the start. The start was just the boats and shit. They kidnap people.
Mm.
I guess,
Yeah.
but it showed right. The point of that was trying to show that they can become friends because they
yeah,
did,
exactly.
and eventually those barriers will break down and they can become.
Yeah, I think the whole
It
point of this
gives-
episode was like trying to suggest that the Marlenes and Eldians can be friends.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's trying to give
properly,
Yeah.
trying to give a bit of perspective to
Yeah.
Armin's point of view. Like we've seen Eren what he believes, and
Yeah,
we've seen like the war and the destruction,
yeah.
and now we're
We're
seeing
seeing like the
Armin.
peaceful side of things. The whole like them becoming mates and stuff, and we see them like for example, Niccolo, a guy who went from hating, or not necessarily. Well, we haven't really seen anything.
He was willing
Yeah.
to die so that the Marlenes would die as well.
Yeah, but
To actually liking them and possibly falling in love with one of them.
yeah, exactly. Like the way he this is again near the end of the episode, but the way he was like to his Sasha's family.
Mm.
He would never do that if it was like
And
his
the
old
thing is,
self.
as what it showed, another good parallel near the end of the episode as well was Niccolo getting his shit caved in by the commander, the royal, whatever they're called, like interior
Yeah.
police commander. So it's basically, you know,
Mm.
exactly parallel to what happened to an Eldian if they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
to
yeah.
move outside of
Yeah.
the intermittent zone
We
in thingy. So it's like you're kind of seeing it, right? Rah,
So
that's mad.
the whole thing that we're learning is every side. Like we saw this like in previous episodes, but it's heavily established here. Like no, both sides are not that different or not so different. Like that's like a main theme of this whole entire season. That they're both two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, it's like nobody's right or wrong really. It's just shit happens.
Yeah. But to be fair, I feel like
they're doing what they need to do to survive, and Eren and his boys are doing what they need to do to
Yeah.
survive. At the end of the day, nobody's right or wrong.
yeah.
Theories. What could happen next with the information we've been given? They've got the pieces of the puzzle that they need to start the
So
rumbling now.
one thing so I've been saying this like since the start of the season, like they're gonna use the royal ability. I've been saying that so I think this further shows that what's gonna happen is that I think Eren and Zeke are gonna team up, and I think
Most
they're
likely.
just gonna cause mayhem.
They're gonna go rogue and
I reckon they'll go
they're
right
gonna
with the
Yeah.
rest
switch,
of them.
because at the end of the day, although Zeke is the Titan with royal blood, Eren is the one that controls.
Yeah.
Eren is the one that will call the shots when it comes to
Yeah,
unleashing
exactly.
the Colossal Titan, because he is the founding Titan.
Yeah, because after all,
I'd give it 10-1 as well. Zeke wouldn't be able to beat Eren in a fight. Not now.
Oh
Not with
God,
the
not
yeah.
with the hammer.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
yeah.
ball.
I'd give
definitely
it
not.
very good odds that Zeke can no longer beat
And also,
Eren in a fight.
this is
Not with
established.
Warhammer.
Yeah. Also, we know that it's Eren's will because in season 2, when he punched Dina, it was him like his I want to kill this Titan that activated
Yeah.
the ability. It wasn't like
My
Dina
boy was
didn't have anything
swinging
to
its
do with it.
fists around like he was actually punching it as the
Yeah.
Titans were going.
Exactly. Although
Flashback.
there's one thing which I forgot to mention, which I completely forgot about. There's a time limit to the ability, right? Because right after Dina dies, he still had the founding Titan ability for a little bit. Because I remember I went back and watched it. Right after that, he looked at Reiner and he screamed at him. And then after they ate Dina, they went at Reiner. So I think there's a time limit. So even if like the royal blood dies, there's like a time limit of use where, let's say, I don't know, 2 minutes, where
Yeah.
he can
The
control
problem
the
is-
founding Titan abilities.
The problem is that, the problem here is Zeke has to be alive for as long as possible. So Eren has to do, if his plan is to evidently just end the world for the sake of ending the world,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to do it in a very sly way, because
Well,
I doubt if he yams Zeke, that's it. I think then no more royal blood unless you've got.
well, to be fair, they're sort of hinting at that. Remember at the end of the episode, right? Commander Pixis literally said, "We're putting like the Marleyans people. They're saying they're putting you in custody and Zeke on shackles." So I feel like
Well,
Levi. I feel like Levi's gonna try and kill Zeke.
No. I don't think Eren won't allow it, and I think
I
at this
think
point,
Erin has
Levi.
my shit on the mouth.
No. As badass as Levi is, I don't think he'd be able to beat Eren with the Warhammer type.
No,
Because
I'm not saying
look,
that.
right?
But Eren's also in shackles, right? Eren's in a cell right now. From
That
what
is
we
true. They've actually locked him. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but you can't lock up a Titan shifter.
Yeah, true.
He just has to put his hand to his mouth.
Yeah,
Or
that's
just
true. True.
just stamp his foot hard on the floor, and this guy
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah.
And also, putting Zeke under shackles in very broad terms, they just put him in a forest.
Yeah.
Just left him in a forest.
I love how Levi like beforehand was like, "Oh, you're going in a luxury hotel."
It's a luxury hotel, bro. And
Luxury hotel.
it's a forest. This is welcome to your new home.
Bro, I love Levi. like it's indirectly so funny. Like Levi and Zeke's dynamic.
Because he obviously doesn't like him, but he's just taking the piss out of him for fun
Yeah,
now.
Zeke is a massive troll, you know.
I
Like,
know the guy is doing so much to piss him off.
he's like, "Oh, Levi, why are you staring at me?"
Bro, you're scaring me, please.
It's not like I killed all your like the whole.
Oh, last
Everybody knew.
episode especially cracked me up. Like, Levi, don't say that. It'll make me pissed.
Okay. Right, so the rumbling.
Yeah.
Let's actually get back on fucking
Yeah.
topic. The rumbling. So what they're probably gonna do is Zeke wants the Eldians to survive. So Zeke wants to basically rebirth the Eldian Empire and become thingy. You know, Armin was saying, nobody knows what Eren is like, what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Even Armin said, I thought I knew him, but I don't know him that well anymore. But I think Eren's motives are a bit odd. They're a bit up in the air.
Yeah. It's
Because-
it's I think they're making it ambiguous on purpose though. I think they're making it ambiguous, and then when the rumbling starts, or like roughly when it starts, it's probably gonna show what his actual
Yeah, we'll
motive is.
guaranteed we'll get like an episode
Well,
of like,
yeah,
flashbacks into how Eren like.
Yeah.
his
it.
mind, he knows something. No
Yeah.
amount of memory like gained would fuck him up that much unless he knew something mad, like insanely mad, something that will eventually come up later on. He must know something
Also,
like serious.
lads, I know you said I generally think I've just had like a thing, right? In that episode where Levi puts Zeke in a forest, in the trailer, Levi fights a bunch of Titans in the forest, and in that trailer, you see
people die.
but you see in that trailer, right? I don't know if you guys noticed it, but like there's a tiny frame where the Titans holding Zeke.
Titan holding someone.
Yeah,
it's
holding Zeke.
Meaning,
So
Zeke.
I think, even though you said nah, everyone allowed, I think Levi and Zeke are gonna have a round 3 this time. We're gonna have a round 3.
That's the problem, though. Zeke's ability is not to control Titans. Zeke's ability is to summon them, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because if he can control them, then he's got the founder ability. Then it doesn't make any sense. So
no, I think Roy, like for example, we've established this, and it's been like foreshadowed, and like they've given hints that Titans, especially people with royal blood, have special abilities. Like Rod Race, for example, his Titan, like despite being like a regular Titan, he was 60 meters long. He was longer than the colossal Titan. He was
double, triple, almost.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Beast Titan's ability. I don't think it's the Beast Titan's ability.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's
transform Titans. I think it's Zeke's ability to transform
Zeke's royal blood. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's Zeke's royal blood.
Because think about it, right? Ymir, not like the god Ymir, the girl from season 3. Her jaw Titan didn't have a face mask or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Didn't have like the metal claws, but Peaks did. So I thought it's again what we
not
talked
Peak,
about.
Porco.
Porco.
Yeah.
It's like almost like each family has their own fucking Genkai when it comes to having a Titan ability. Is they have their own special bloodline trait.
Well, it's also probably like training as well, in a sense. Like I feel like, for example, because Porco is for example, I doubt there's just soldier candidates for reason. There's probably like the reason why these people are soldier candidates because they even said it in episode 3 or something. I can't remember. Like they said these specific people were chosen for their Titans.
Yeah, for particular reasons.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's a reason. Maybe like the Colossal Titan, you can make it like extra big or something. Yeah, certain families make it extra tall. Who knows?
And I think it's not just that, but it's how well they navigate it in a sense. They say like with Porco, right? Because he has training, the reason why his jaw titan's a lot better and he can hard. I don't think it's just like I think it's also to do with the hereditary stuff, but I think it's because he knows how a titan works. He's like, for example, Ymir. She knew more than the Paradise Law, but she didn't know how to like use that ability. I'm pretty sure when she transformed in the castle, that was her first time transforming. I think.
Maybe.
But
I can't remember season 3 that much.
yeah, it was season 2. Like when
Oh yeah, when she saved everyone from the top of the castle.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like one of her first times transforming because and remember she got fucked up like instantly. She almost died from that. So we know that she's inexperienced.
The most useless Titan shifter in the world. How can you be a Titan shifter? The whole point is you're supposed to be, way, way, way powerful compared to other Titans, and she just holds straight smoke.
Now, to be fair, she was doing well, but I think it was also a Titan swarm, so she like she killed like a bunch,
Even
but then died.
Erin's first time transforming way back when in season 1, this
He's
guy
still
killed
free,
like 30 Titans, bro.
Yeah, true, but he's the attack Titan. That's sort of the job. Like, it kind of be counterproductive. It would kind of be counterproductive that attack Titan couldn't, fuck all the Titans up.
No, you can't say that's bullshit. The
No,
jaw
I think
Titan should be all jaw. Then he should not have any arms,
no,
legs,
no, no,
or
no,
claws.
no,
It
no.
doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm saying
Imagine.
the attack Titan's compatible ability will obviously
Imagine the
be better
transformation. It
than
just
the jaw
transforms into a
Titan.
massive head.
Just head only. It doesn't
It
make
just can't
sense.
move. It can't move.
Well, because I'm the jaw. The cart Titan should just be a wooden cart.
No. What I mean, not what I mean by that. Like,
Yeah,
obviously,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Then I know what you mean. They have like we were talking about the other day. They have their like primary things.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'm not saying and that's what I'm saying. The jaw Titan, in a sense, like Ymir's was just inexperienced. I don't think it was like her hereditary was like bad per se, but she just didn't know how to use it.
Yeah. All right. Let's stop waffling. Let's get back with like last theory. The stuff like near the end. Everybody. So they've got a plan. They've definitely got a plan because all this shit was planned out. I don't know what Eren did. I think looking back on it, I don't think Eren went rogue. Just killed civilians when he was told like expressly not to, or avoid it as much as possible. Because what's his name? You got Sasha, Connie, and the other one. What's his name?
John.
John.
Yeah, John was talking to the other guy. They were saying, keep civilian casualties to a minimum, which
Yeah.
Eren obviously didn't do because this guy transformed under a block of flats and killed everyone inside of it,
Yeah.
which was a bit of a prick move if you think about it. But hey ho.
Yeah, but it was also like threatening. Remember, that's the reason why he basically threatened Reiner. It's like I'm gonna kill these people, but obviously he did it anyway. But that was the whole point. He wanted to like.
Yeah, the point was. But yeah, so they had a plan. Eren killed a bunch of people that he didn't need to, which was again quick move, but whatever. But now they've got another plan. Zeke hasn't explained what he's gonna do, how he's gonna try and tell Eren.
Zeke's plan is and what Yelena and all those lot think is to free all the Eldians, which whatever that means is
it's a bit suspect.
Yeah.
It sounds like some cult shit, bro.
Yeah.
It does.
Imagine he just causes extinction of
I think that's the point. I think
Yeah.
if I'm being, I would like to also now have it on record that we came up with the theory, like, because the manga isn't finished yet, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what happens in the end. We came up with the theory that possibly this entire thing is a time loop, and that's why Eren has. Well, Sen came up with it, and I'm now taking credit for it. Where this is a time loop. This is why Eren has his weird little dream at the very start. Where basically, the dream is him living through life.
Yeah. So
and then if it doesn't work out, Yeah.
So
let's reset. We hit the reset button, bro.
for those to give further context, in episode 1, there was a dream sequence of roughly 20 seconds or so, and it basically shows a bunch of like fast screen shots and stuff and transitions. And in those, but if you analyze it properly, and there's many videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
that
probably
it's
link one in
literally foreshadows like events. Like for example, there was one right at the start where flowers get
Blood on
stained,
flowers, innit?
and it's also the
Hans?
same. Yeah, it's the same scene in season 2
Hans dies.
when Hans dies, and when the Smiling Tiger bites him, the blood goes onto the flowers. So, and also in the very last bit of the flashback, well, not flashback, the flash forward, I guess.
Yeah. There's not much behind this moment
yeah.
before it. For some reason, he has this weird ass dream. But yeah.
He also sees his mum getting picked up as a type, which happens later in episode 1. So
Yeah.
and also at the very last, like he wakes up and Mikasa says, "Eren, why are you crying?" Which makes me think is that these aren't necessarily flash forward, but he's lived through this already, in a sense, and he wakes up and he probably just forgets it all, possibly due to like
he
emotional
thinks it's
trauma.
a dream.
Or
what it might be is he thinks it's a dream, right?
Yeah,
like it's like a really bad nightmare because
yeah, exactly.
when kids wake up from a nightmare, they cry. There's a natural
Yeah.
reaction. But he thinks it's a nightmare, not realizing it's actually his future.
Yeah. Or
maybe he's clocked that. Maybe he
yeah, that's what I'm
where
saying.
we are now. Maybe he's clocked it and he's realized that he might be in. That might be the big thing that Eren's hiding from everyone is that actually life is just a time loop and Eren's the fucking center of it.
Yeah. And maybe, or me and Gerda discussed it could be like Groundhog Day, where maybe when he dies, a new he gets rebirthed and
it's a reset.
Time restarts.
Yeah.
It's a possibility, right? It makes it theoretically could work. I feel possibly, even though the science doesn't make sense. But we won't talk about that here. It would take far too long. The video is already 34 minutes. Right. We can wrap it up. Obviously, comments are disabled, so you can't comment. That's unfortunate, but I'm not willing to take the risk. I'm trying to back you, man, as well. Yeah, because I know how peak it is when you get like a good anime spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
By just waste men in the comments of like YouTube videos and shit. It's
also,
just annoying.
Secondly, if you're one of those people that once we said at the start, if you're one of those people when we said there's spoilers in here and chose to watch regardlessly, that's your fault.
On you, bro.
That's your fault.
Did you not see the big red fucking text that said spoilers? Season 1 through 4, Attack on Titan. I spoke it as well.
Yeah.
So don't complain. Don't be pissed off now.
I mean, to be fair, we're gonna have comments off, so you can't complain. But like,
but yeah,
I'm actually gonna do something a bit odd here. Smash the dislike button if you want me to turn comments on. I will actually do it if there are enough dislikes. I'm being serious. Oh no, actually, let's turn it, bro. Smash the like button. If there's enough likes, I'll turn it.
No, it's dislikes now. Come on.
Allow it, man.
Smash the subscribe button.
Yeah. If you boom that subscribe button, hit the notification thing. Yeah. Episodes every week. Even if there isn't an episode, we can probably talk about stuff and Attack on Titan for a bit. But yeah, we'll try and make this like a weekly thing at the end of every episode.
Shout out to Sam, even despite he does not have a YouTube channel, but he talks it with us.
You know.
My guy Sam.
With us. My boy.
You know.
But yeah, again, it's unfortunate that I have to turn the comments off, but you man get it. You know why.
We're doing it for your blessing. We are doing it for your blessing.
You are doing it for me as well, because I don't want to get spoiled. It would just piss me off like a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway,
especially with Attack on Titan. Like if you somehow watch this, even though we told you not to watch it, go and watch it and try and stay away from spoilers because it's a way more satisfying when you experience it.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's entirely your fault if you got spoiled here because I warned you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's bad. But yeah, anyway, we've been waffling for long enough.
Yeah. All right. See you lot.
Tune in next week for another episode. Subscribe, bells, yeah.